Good morning, guys. This is Steve O'Hare and Ian Coleman from Signal Centre. Thank you for joining us this morning. And as you can see, we're all a bit all over the place because we're missing a go.
We don't really have a clue what we're doing. Well, we do when it comes to trading, but not anything.
I don't know. That's a bit rich, I think.
anything technical is a little bit different. But,
yeah. It's all quite good fun. It's a bit exciting this morning. See how much we can really mess up. But
we're only
we won't.
40. Well, we're not late with this. We're about 45 minutes late with everything else. So come back, Joe. All is forgiven.
Yeah, he's off to get a puppy today. Going down to Wales.
He's breaking over numerous borders as we speak.
To some sort of puppy farm down in Wales, I think. So good luck with that, Joe.
Is it another angry Jack Russell that he's getting?
I don't know. For some reason, I keep thinking it's a cockapoo.
Oh, right.
I think.
You've got two cockapoos, haven't you? Both of yours are cockapoos, aren't they?
Well, one was sold as a cockapoo. That's Buddy, and he's definitely a Bichon cross. So we've been told that by numerous vets and specialists, but we still refuse to believe it.
Yes, because you pay a good dollar for him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not as much as they are now. Now there's something like they're $2,000 for a cockapoo.
Wow.
And then Dachshunds are $5,000.
Jesus Christ.
I know, it's ridiculous.
In the wrong game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Puppy farm me up.
Yeah. No, of course we wouldn't think anything about that. That's not good.
No.
Unless it's worth it. But yeah, let's crack on. I think Ian's going to read some overnight news headlines.
I've got some headlines. Boris Johnson's top aide is set to leave. Central bankers are warning against vaccine euphoria. So Dominic Cummings, who's been Boris Johnson's chief advisor, is going to leave his post at the end of the year. It's mainly because of the pandemic response. And then top bankers in the US are warning about COVID euphoria. Hold the champagne is the headline. They're basically saying that the vaccine euphoria is basically premature, and that we shouldn't get too excited as yet. And then we've also got the US state and federal election officials are saying in a joint statement that they've got utmost confidence in the security and integrity of the 3rd of November vote. So basically giving Donald Trump the finger this morning. Apart from that, not really a lot in the way of headlines. I know Joe goes on about what to look forward to for the rest of the day, so we might as well have a quick look at that now, because there is quite a barrage of figures out. We've had consumer price index, so we've had some inflationary figures out of parts of Europe this morning. All better than expected. We are seeing a tick up in the euro, but we've got GDP figures at 11 o'clock, which will be the main focus of the day. Quarter on quarter expected up 12.7, year on year down 4.3. Also trade balance, employment change, and then we've got Fed Williams speaking. And then again, more inflationary figures, but out of the US this time at 2:30 UK. And then some more speakers. I don't know why didn't have a clue why we had all those European speakers yesterday. And haven't got a clue why we've got all of these UK speakers today. So Bailey is speaking at 5 o'clock. Not that I'd be around at 5 o'clock on a Friday. Steve, you'd definitely be in the pub, wouldn't you?
If I were allowed.
Yes,
obviously not. I've got my garden pub that I can go into.
Of course,
there's no restrictions there.
Yeah.
But there's no one else invited.
Yeah, just your eldest son, I take it, your beer buddy.
No, both sons actually. They're
of course they're both 18, aren't they?
Yeah. And Chloe's normally propping up the bar with cocktails at that time anyway. So she's normally in there early.
Evening
the little lush. Yes, of course. Yeah. And Tina's
Tina's never leaving this week, does she?
No. She is
never out the boozer.
She's been working full time this week. So obviously John Lewis locked down, but John Lewis came out with their advert today. So I might try a little bit of trickery right at the end of this call and just play the John Lewis advert. It's just whether I can get the sound to come through. But have you seen it this morning? It's just come out this morning, so we'll go through it.
Okay, that's
it's always one of
the
those
most
Christmas
exciting
things we look forward to.
Yeah.
Right.
We should take note of that as well, because obviously this is before we start on Monday. You've got GDP out of Japan at midnight. If you've got any yen open positions over the weekend, you need to be a bit wary of that.
Oh, I'll take that on board, actually, because I have got some yen position on at the moment. Dollar yen I'm still short of from the start of the week. I had it all week. So
I like that, because I'm a bit negative on stocks, but I think it's going to be a bit choppy. But anyway.
Yeah.
Do you want to run through yours, or should I go through mine first?
Yeah, well, yours are up there, mate. So happy to let you do that.
This dollar index, I'm still unconvinced by this rally. I know we sort of go on about, or I've been talking about this whole sequence. I'll move that back. In fact, I'll just delete that now. I've buggered it. The fact that we sort of looked like we've completed a 5-wave sequence to the downside, but the only main caveat here is this 261.8%, and sometimes you do get these periods. I'd even say that's consolidation really since September, and then you get a spike lower just to complete that extension level. But again, you can't ignore this bullish outside candle, which was posted on the 9th of November, and the fact it was near 88.6%. But if we go to this chart here, and this is really messy, isn't it? All my charts.
Yeah, very colourful, mate.
Yeah, we don't complete any sort of symmetrical pattern until we get down to here, 91.05. So I'm thinking that we could still see a move lower in the dollar index, and that actually lines up with risk on. So basically risk on dollar comes off, and when we look at yen crosses, obviously yen goes down, and sterling yen and Aussie yen go up when we have risk on as well. And a lot of those yen crosses and Swiss crosses all look quite bullish at the moment, so I'm not convinced by this move. And if we go to this chart here, which is the weekly chart on the dollar index, I think it's Steve's level. Is your level 93.13, Steve?
Oh, well, 13, 93.13. Is it still there?
Yeah, it's sort of, I think it was this week's high was not far off 93.13. What was it? This week's low was 92.13, and this week's high was 93.21. But if you just hover over there, which looks like the Marabuzo level from last week, which again you can't ignore. So you've got a bullish outside daily candle and you've got a bearish outside weekly candle. So they're both sort of counteracting each other and not giving a strong signal. But the Marabuzo level is about 93.13 from last week from this bearish outside candle. And levels above there are being sold into this morning. So it really is not giving a clear picture on dollar crosses or dollar majors, and for that reason I would actually say that you're better off staying away from the dollar for the time being and looking at others. And I made a note this morning that on I do a sort of correlation table, which I'm going to show you all, and you're all going to go, ooh, look at that. You ready, Steve?
Yeah.
So I got this correlation table here, and I use all my cipher patterns. This is what I do at weekends, you see. You know, when you're out enjoying yourself and I'm just staring at charts. This is what I do. And these are all my cipher patterns. So these are my cross currencies. And what happens here is if I say, well, euro dollar's a sell, or I'm selling rallies and buying dips. So this is the base currency, this is counter currency. Then it gives me a buy in the dollars. Then you look at basically, so you can see all of these currencies in the middle are basically mixed, and the only thing that it's really telling you to do at the moment is buy dollar dips and sell New Zealand dollar rallies.
I like
it. And basically it's at the moment that's not updated, by the way. That was a couple of days ago, so don't.
I was going to say, is that automated then or not?
No, it's me.
Not
no
manual process.
Yeah, lovely. So I put all those in, and basically at the moment everything looks mixed, and the basket at the moment are basically neutral on dollar, but all the other currency pairs are bearish in euro, Swiss, yen, CAD, Aussie, New Zealand, and the only one that looks slightly bullish today is sterling, which basically means that if you've got all of those currencies selling off, it's which one's going to sell off the hardest. And I just think you're going to get really, really, really mixed trading. So, so euro dollar, like I said, and I'm going to skim through all these and actually just look at the dollar major, the sterling pairs. So again, we've got this messy chart action. Yesterday was an inside candle, and that basically highlights indecision. And you can see here on this intraday chart, I'm basically saying it could go anywhere. So down here is a bullish cipher pattern, and up here is a bearish cipher pattern. So where it is at the moment is basically, as far as I'm concerned, is a sort of no trade zone. Cable's interesting. Cable is starting to tick up in a lot of time frames, but again, is it just short term? This is a perfect Gartley formation, so it's a 127.2% extension of this run, which takes you to 78.6, and the Gartley is 61.8 and 78.6%, and that's basically hit it on the nose and come lower. So even though we're probably going to see a step to the upside in sterling, again, I think that will get sold into. But if you look at I'm just going to concentrate on sterling crosses. Euro sterling, this should be negative for sterling. We've got an intraday, it's only a 1 hour cipher pattern here. So sort of if we get rallies up here, then I think they're worth selling into. Sterling Swiss, I haven't really done a formation on there. Sterling yen, again, it's looking quite bearish. Got a resistance zone up here, but it's the sterling crosses against the commodity currencies, which I think are most interesting, because I will stop waffling soon. This looks like a head and shoulders formation. So if we get a dip here or a break here, then the upside is quite strong. Sterling New Zealand, that looks like it's completing the BC leg. So again, if you get a run up to there, the risk reward is fantastic. And sterling CAD, again, looking like a cipher pattern. There's nothing really to stop it until up here. So, well, as I'm saying, I think sterling is temporarily bullish, but I think a lot of the the commodity currencies, CAD, Aussie, and New Zealand, are very bearish, and I think that will push these cross currencies to the upside, and we're not really going to see a lot of action in the likes of the dollar crosses, basically.
Okay, mate.
So
Lovely, thank you for that
this morning.
Yeah, I think that you win the waffle prize. I'll try and better that though.
Yeah, lovely.
So there's only one entry, so you are winning at the moment. That's what I should have said. Right, I'll pop across to my charts as we've got a little bit of time left in the day. Let's look at, first of all, let's look at FTSE. FTSE has done pretty well this week. We've obviously broken this weekly downward channel. We haven't quite made it up to the real test of resistance at 65.22. We've fallen short of there, and we've had a little bit of a correction lower yesterday. This is more of a bearish inside day, I would call it. So price action trading around quite close to the sort of previous day's lows. If we get a break of around 62.50, that could put it back under pressure, trading around 6300 at the moment. Now this is obviously daily charts, so this is more interesting for me, the DAX. This looks a lot more bearish than the FTSE does. We have posted an evening doji, this is a hanging man candle rather. Normally a shooting star candle would be an evening star formation, but this is an evening doji formation. So it shows exhaustion over the last few days, not being able to push higher, and yesterday's bearish outside candle is pretty negative. So again, we're looking at selling a break lower in DAX 30 on the intraday trade ideas. A little bit of a similar formation in CAC. Obviously, CAC had this really decent rally up from the lows up here, Should really have measured that. So that's had a decent 22% rally from the lows. And that took place over 9 bars. We always say the rule of 9. It never does a 10th, and it seems to have worked here. Although you get a little bit of a doji here, that's probably a Sunday or something. So yeah, that's a bearish outside, bearish engulfing candle rather than outside candle. Engulfing just engulfs the body. An outside candle engulfs the tails as well. So SA40 looks a little bit weak. Again, this similar sort of formation, even doji star formation, although you've got this extended candle which rejected. Again, that was a negative candle for me. And we pop into the Nasdaq. Obviously, I've been banging on about Nasdaq for a while, and people are getting bored of it.
But like your Head and Shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad one. Just this Head and Shoulders could see a reaction back down to these lows. Again, I'm still short of Nasdaq, and I've actually added to the position this morning. My stop is above 12,000, so I might close at least one of them by the weekend, depending on where we're trading tonight. S&P's has been sideways, so we'll ignore that. And let's pop across to the commodities. Obviously, gold has been pretty interesting over the last
inside days, aren't they? On the gold and silver, I saw this morning. They're going nowhere, are they?
No, exactly. It's a little bit of sideways congestion, waiting for maybe the breakout. Now, will we? Obviously, we've said about this on the daily chart. This is a good level. It has been previously a good level to get set longs, and it's reacted really nicely from this 1850 level. And this is what we're going to do. Are we going to go up or are we going to go down? Like that little graphic. So for me,
you've been practicing that, haven't you?
No, that was just off the cuff.
Wow,
I'm talented like that. So for me, I'm short of gold. My stop is quite tight, 1890. I'll be out and with a smacked backside. And yeah, we'll see about that. That's about it really for the markets that I can really sort of see that where there's something half interesting going on. Yeah, I'm still negative on indices and slightly negative on gold, but long term I'm still bullish on gold. So it's a bit of a tricky one for me. Being short is not natural for me on gold. So we'll see how that plays out. What about guns ahead? How did we do yesterday? I think we did two winners. One decent winner from Joe.
Yeah, this was. Let me share my screen. This was. I went short of FTSE at 63.28. Let's see where it was at the 9 o'clock close. It was open. Where's the open? 62.87. So I was small on side. It's probably about half an hour, but we'll let Joe work that out tomorrow or Monday. Gold, this was Stevie's gold trade, I believe. I'm not going to, which was short at 1867, stop at 1874. So spiked out of that in morning trade. And I think Joe was the hero of the day. Sterling yen, he got short here at 138.97. Let's see where it was at 9 o'clock. I think it was quite, obviously a massive target. But at 9 o'clock, he was well on side, 137.94. So I would have thought he got about 1.5 hour yesterday.
Nice one.
So I would have thought, not done the calculations, but I would have thought we were about 2 hour up on yesterday's trades. So 1.5 and a half and a -1 basically.
Joe's our Excel spreadsheet whiz, so we'll leave that to him.
Not good. Last time I went near it, I ruined it. So that's not going to happen today. Anything that you're thinking about, Stevie, today? I'm going to have to go with a sterling cross, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to go DAX.
Go DAX.
Yeah, especially as we just run through these. I'm going to sort of. Ideally, it would be better to sell.
Let's put your screen back on.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Ideally, it would be better to sell a break in DAX, maybe of this level. But I don't care, really. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it. Right, just trading up to the highs. So I'll look for a move down to here. And I'm going to obviously have a very tight stop. So I'm looking to get short 13,043. The stop on this trade, oh, I like it. 115, 13.
Yeah, all the threes.
No, you know what? I'll go 2-3 because 1-3. I expect it could probably go wrong box. Team 1, 2-3. So there we go. I'm going to sell it here. 13,043. It's just trading above there now. Damn. Stops at 13,123. And the target is 12,643. So that's a 5-to-1 risk reward trade.
Lovely,
yeah,
jubbly.
I'll go with that.
I'm going to go for good luck. I'm going to go for euro sterling, but like I said previously, 90.11 is the is what I believe to be the prime short area. I know it got very close to there yesterday, but we are having a little move to the upside in morning trade. So if I waffle on a little bit longer, I might get a better entrance. So I'm going to go for about 3.6R. So I'm going to get short at the current market, 89.90, targeting 88.83 with a stop at 90.20, which is about 3.6R.
Nice.
And I think it's going to be a snoozy day.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
Is what I'm expecting.
Well, I think we've done quite well, to be honest, with that.
Yeah.
You know, I think we've got there's 10 people watching now. So
yeah.
I think normally
25 minutes of waffle, which is quite
exactly.
good.
So let me leave you with the. I don't know if I'm allowed to do
share
this.
Share your screen again.
Here we go. I don't know if we're allowed to do this. You know what I mean?
Well, do you get it first hand then?
No, it's out there. So
right.
is it all right to share? I suppose
Yeah,
it is. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So the audio, I presume the audio, I just put it through the computer, don't I?
Don't know, mate.
Let's see if this works.
You're now getting
Tell
technical,
me if
aren't
you
you?
hear this noise.
No.
Can you hear the noise?
No.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can I put it out your speakers? Full blast.
See, when we did that, I can't hear you.
I gotcha.
So it's
drop the link in somewhere.
Mic and speaker. Yeah, I will drop the link in. Mic and speaker should be.
Is it very good advert then? I think it's very good.
Yeah, I think it's one of those. Okay, it's always every year. It's an advert where people go, "Oh, I don't like that." Yeah, I don't like that. So maybe if I disconnect, it's not gonna really work, is it? Let me just play it. I'll play it.
You have to talk us through it then. How long is it?
Can you hear me all right?
Yes. That's clever, isn't it? Cost them a few mil. Oh, Stevie's buggered off now. I think we'll call that a day. If you want the John Lewis advert, I suggest you Google it. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.
Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Cheers.